Okay, you guys, we're going to go ahead and cover section 10.4 today, and 10.4 talks about surface areas of prisms and cylinders. So, surface area of prisms and cylinders. Now, first of all, we need to know what lateral area is because we are going to learn about that today. So, the lateral area. Well, the lateral area of a prism is the sum of the areas of all the lateral faces. A lateral face is not a base. So if you think about the bases, like for example here in this triangular prism, these are the bases. Well, the other faces are the lateral faces, which is everything around. The surface area, what is that? Well, that is the total area of all the faces. And we have formulas to find lateral and surface area of right prisms. A right prism, it's a prism that forms a right angle with the floor, with the base, okay? And also we're going to be talking about cylinders. The lateral area and the surface area of a right cylinder because it forms a right angle with the base. Now the lateral area of a right cylinder is a curved surface that connects the two bases, and the lateral area is basically just a rectangle, and then you're going to have two circles. Well, that is the lateral area, okay? That would be the lateral area, and the bases would be the two circles, and that's the formula 2 pi r h, because 2 pi r is the circumference, so everything around the base is the length of that huge rectangle, which is 2 pi r, and then times the height, which is the height of that rectangle. Then on both the prism and the cylinder, once you get the lateral area, you just add the two bases, the area of the two bases, and you add it to the lateral area, and that is your surface area. So this is also another formula that we used to have, perimeter times height plus 2b, which is the area of the two bases. And that's the one that I'm going to be using, okay? I'm going to be getting the lateral area and then adding that to the area of the two bases. The lateral area of the cylinder plus the area of the two bases, which is two circles. So let's start with number 1. And like Alex used to say, yes, yeah. Let's start. Okay. So for number 1, it says find the lateral area and the surface area. Once you get the lateral area and the surface area, then we're going to get the volume. Oh, the volume. So the formula for the volume. Well, to get the volume, let me just review those formulas. Volume of a prism, multiply the area of the base times the height. Then a right rectangular prism, for the volume, all you have to do is multiply the length times the width times the height. For a cube, well, just the area of the base, side times another side, was side cubed. And then for the cylinder, all you have to do is get the area of the circle, okay, pi r squared, and then multiply by the height. So those are the formulas for the areas of the volumes. The formula for the areas and the formula for the volume. So let's go ahead and do number 1. Number 1, lateral area. If you look at the formula for the lateral area, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and just draw the net for this prism. And this net, see, if you think about this, let me go ahead and that would be this part right here. Okay, now I'm going to draw this part right here. So I'm going to go ahead and draw another piece, and then I'm going to go ahead and draw this piece over here. So what that is, and then I'm going to add the one in the front. So I'm going to add the one in the front. So when I add the one in the front, this is what we have, guys. Okay, so what we have is basically the perimeter, the formula for the lateral area. What's the formula for the lateral area? Lateral area, if you look at the formula chart, look at the formula chart for prisms, it's perimeter times height. I'm putting an A along with the L because I like to, be specific. Lateral area equals perimeter times height. But the perimeter, it's everything around the base. So that is all of this right here. So the perimeter is adding all the sides. So it's 9, 9, plus another 9, because 9 and 9, and then 4 and another 4. So it's 9 plus 9 is 18. Let me just write that up here. Perimeter is 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. So it's 2, the length is 9, and the width is 4. And when you multiply those numbers, that is 18 plus 8, and that is 26. So my perimeter is 26. And now the height, it's the height of the prism, it's this right here. Okay, that's 3, so it's times 3. Multiply those two numbers. 3 times 6 is 18, carry 1, 3 times 2 is 6, and 1 is 7. So it's 78, and it's feet times feet, so it's square feet. So the lateral area is 78 square feet. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and draw my okay. See if I can just erase that. Everything's going to be erased. No. Let me go back. Okay. So anyways, what I wanted to do is to show you that from that lateral area, I have the base, which is, this is the base right here. Okay. So I'm going to draw that base is a 9 by 4. And then I have another base that is in the bottom. This right here. So that is another 9 by 4. Okay, so the area of this base is a 9 times 4, which is 36. And then another base that is 36. So the surface area formula is called, it's equals to perimeter times height plus the two bases. Okay, so in this case, I'm adding the area of the two bases. So this is 78 is what perimeter times height is, plus the area of the two bases. So it's 2 times 36. That's what one of the bases area is. You put that into the calculator. So put that into the calculator, 78 plus 2 times 36. And that, add up those two numbers, that's 150. So that's 150 square feet. And this is the surface area. So surface area, lateral area, and now let me get my volume. For the volume, all you have to do is follow the formula. Volume equals area of the base times the height. And you find this on the formulas on the left-hand side of the paper. So what is the area of the base? Okay, let me put here, base. We said that the area of the base was 9 times 4, which was 36. So area of the base is 36 square feet times the height of that prism, which is 3. So when you multiply those two numbers, that is 108 feet squared times feet, that is cubic feet. And that's the volume. Okay, so it's important that you get your area of the base, your lateral area, and your perimeter. Once you get those three pieces of information, you can just put it into the formula and you get your answers. Okay, now let's move on to number 2. In problem number 2, see the formula. I need to get the three pieces of information. Okay, I need to get my lateral area, I need to get the perimeter, and I need to get the area of the base. So what's the base? Well, the base is a triangle. It's a 2 times 5 height. So the area of the base is 2 centimeters times 5 centimeters. The area of that triangle is 10 square centimeters. Now, for the perimeter, well, the perimeter, it's the length around that base. So it's 5 plus 2 plus the other side, which is 5.4. So when I add those numbers, 5 plus 2 plus 5.4, the perimeter, it's, you add them up, 12.4, and this is centimeters. Now, lateral area. If you look at the formula for the lateral area, it's perimeter times height. So the lateral area, I already know the perimeter, that is 12.4 times the height. And see, not because this is placed on one of the sides of the lateral faces. See, this right here, it's not the base. The bases are the two triangles because, as you remember, this is called a triangular prism because the bases are triangles. So when we talk about the perimeter is around the base, and the height, well, the height is what connects the two bases, so it's 7 centimeters. So here we multiply by 7 centimeters. Then multiply those two numbers. 7 times 4 is 28, carry 2. You can use a calculator. 72 is 14, 16 carry 1, and that is 8. So it's 86.8 centimeters square, because it's centimeters times centimeters is square centimeters. Okay, so I have my three pieces of information. Well, by the way, this is one of the answers, lateral area, and the area of the base. Okay, now surface area. For the surface area, all you do, you get your lateral area, and you add plus 2 bases to plus. Okay, well, let me substitute the information. Lateral area is 86.8 square centimeters plus 2 times the area of one base, which is 10 square centimeters. When you add that, 2 times 10, this is 20. 20 plus 86, that would be 106.8, and the unit of measure is square centimeters. So that is the surface area. Now, volume. If you look at the formula chart, the volume for a prism, it's area of the base times the height. Well, the area of the base, if we go back to our information, the base is 10. So that would be 10 square centimeters times the height. The height is what connects the two bases. That is 7. You multiply those two numbers, and that is 70 cubic centimeters. And that's the volume. Okay? Next, problem number 3. Okay, number 3, it's a cylinder. So for a cylinder, what we need to do is, first of all, get our pieces of information. Let's get, first of all, the area of the base. And for the area of the base, formula for the area of the base is pi r squared. So the radius is 8. Okay, so it's pi. And they want the answer in terms of pi, which means that I'm not going to put pi into the calculator when I get my answers, okay? So it's pi, the radius is 8, and you square that number. So let's just square the 8. 8 times 8 is 64. Okay, so this is the area of the base, which is a circle. Now, when I want to get the lateral area, if you look at the formula for the lateral area of a cylinder, for the lateral area, the cylinder, it's 2 pi RH because it's the circumference times the height. So it's 2 pi RH. That's the formula for the lateral area. So let me come back over here. So the formula for the lateral area is 2 pi RH. So here I have the radius, which is 8 millimeters, and the height, what that connects to two bases, that is 10 millimeters. You multiply that, 2 times 8 is 16 times 10, it's 160. Then you're going to write pi. So first is a constant, then is a pi, and then the unit of measure. So millimeters times millimeters is square millimeters. So lateral area, it's 160 pi square millimeters. The volume, the formula is area of the base times the height. And the area of the base is 64 square millimeters multiplied times the height, which is 10. Those two numbers is 640 cubic millimeters. And that's the answer. Okay, now you go ahead and try number 4. Let me give you a minute so you can work in problem number 4. Okay, and then I'll give you the answer. Okay, that was 1 minute. Let me go ahead and give you the answers. For the area of the base, this is 9 pi square feet. The lateral area, it's 9 pi square feet times 5, which is 45 pi square feet. Because you multiply the area of the base and then times the 5. Oh, this is a volume, guys. I'm sorry. Volume is that, and it's cubic feet. Okay, that's a volume. Okay, for the surface area. So over here on the lateral area is just I made a mistake on the lateral area, guys. Okay, the lateral area is supposed to be 2 pi r times h. So for the lateral area, let me just write it here. Lateral area, it's 10 and then times 6, so it's supposed to be 60. 60 pi square feet. And the surface area, it's 60 pi plus 9 pi, which is 69 pi square feet. This is a surface area. So surface area, 69 pi square feet. Lateral area is 60. Oh, it's supposed to be 18 because it's two bases. I'm sorry, guys, that I'm running out of time here and making mistakes. Sorry about that. So it's 18 plus 10, it's 78. 78 pi square feet. There you go. So lateral area is just 60. Area of the base is 9 pi square feet, and the surface area is 78. Okay, you guys, now let's go ahead and move on to the back of the paper. Let's go to the second page.